my gosh. Welcome back to another BluE Twin Flame podcast message/video. As always, I'm going to talk about today's episode. So today's episode is, drum roll please, episode 16, why we scroll /what/who we are looking for. Okay. I'm going to make this a quick video because I want to make sure that I'm able to upload it, because I'm not coming from Facebook Live today. I'm actually recording the video on my camera, and then I'm going to share it with you guys. Okay. But I just want to make sure that it's not too lengthy. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to share with you my theory for this BluE Twin Flame journey. Okay. The journey to finding the BluE Twin Flame isn't about finding someone else. It's about becoming consciously aware of both your masculine and feminine energies, creating this alignment that leads to synchronicities and a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. And it's this heightened awareness that acts as the core of what makes a BluE Twin Flame connection special. All right. Now, we're going to relate that to why we scroll /what/who we are looking for. All right. So keep in mind that we're all energy. Okay. We're all made up of energy, masculine, feminine energy. Masculine energy, a thought, an idea. Okay. That's your masculine energy. When you have a thought, an idea, that's your masculine energy. When you execute that idea, that's your feminine energy. So feminine energy is creation. When you create, so this makeup on my face, feminine energy. This phone you're watching me on, the phone I'm recording on, the internet I'm on, it's all feminine energy. Okay. So this 3-dimensional plane is feminine energy. So when you're scrolling and you're looking for something, that thing, that thought that says, watch that, stop, watch that, your intuition, your thoughts, your gut, just saying, watch that. That is both your masculine and feminine energy working with each other. Because, again, so this universe, your body is not, and I'll talk about this in previous videos, so go check out those videos if you haven't. Your body is not just your physical body. When you look in the mirror, do you only see yourself in the mirror? No, you see what's around you. So your energetic field makes up not just your physical body, but also what's around you. And what's around you is also your phone, the internet. So when you're scrolling, looking for something, depending on what you're scrolling on, if you're on an app, a dating app, or if you're on a YouTube, you're on TikTok, the videos that you stop and watch, when you're following your intuition, when you're in alignment, more of those things stick out to you. You're having that dialogue with your masculine and your feminine energies. Because again, the thought, your intuition, your in here, when it says stop or watch that video, and then when you're aligned, the videos that you stop and watch or that you're looking for, they lead to synchronicities. So it's been times where, just as an example, what I like to do sometimes when I get drawn to a video that I want to watch, the title catches my attention, I'll save it to my watch playlist, to watch later playlist. And then when I do get a chance to sit down and watch the videos that I added to my playlist, they sync up, like synchronicities or sync with what's going on around me at that time. So like, it's been times where a synchronicity occurs. And if you don't know what a synchronicity is, it's a coincidence that seems too coincidental to be just pure coincidence. Like what I'm explaining right now. It's been hella times where I add a video to my watch later playlist. And then when I go to watch it, whatever happens or is talked about in that video aligns with what's being talked about at that time in my life. Whether if I'm typing something, I might type a word that's said at the same time that video. But the thing is, if I would have watched that video earlier, when I wasn't typing, I would not have received that synchronicity. But I'm following my intuition, and I added it to my watch later playlist, and then it syncs up. You know, you get more synchronicities when you're aligned because you're working with these masculine and feminine energies. So like, because the blue twin flame journey, that's what it is. It's you building this connection with the non-physical, which in play build your connection with the physical. And is what this connection is all about. You know, is building this connection where you can have more. Yeah, for confirmation, you have more synchronicities. You see more of the magic of the universe because you're able to pick up on and notice more of these things. You know, I get on this app called Bigo and follow my intuition. You know, I do it's like PK Live was basically, it's a video app where you can talk, you get linked with random people and then you can talk to them. And there's a lot of negativity. Like I go on and do my makeup, okay? And I get a lot of negativity, but the little bit of negativity I get doesn't outweigh the positivity I get. You know, I may sit down with someone for a few seconds before I skip them because they're just being negative. But when I reach those people who I'm meant to reach and get some positive people, they really resonate with what I'm saying. Or I just had a person today talk about how some of the things that the poems that they pick, because I read my poems to them, some of the poems that I read to them coincides with what they were talking with their family about recently. So it's like they're meant to hear these poems because it confirms in their reality what they were talking about. You know, it's showing this synchronicity. It's too coincidental to just be a coincidence. Like it's fate. It's magic. It's just how this universe works. And that's how this blue twin flame journey is. Okay. So I can't necessarily say why we scroll, but I'm trying to give some type of insight to why we scroll. You know, we're scrolling because we're looking for something. And what that something is, I can't necessarily put my eye on, but it's great. I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity, you know, even like to show, you know, these synchronicities. For example, I got a new deck today, which is a cat. And then the person who I was talking about, who's relating to their family, brings up this cat. Before I show her the deck, she brings up this cat in the camera. And I've never been on Bigo where someone shows me their cat. But then they show me... Not show me the cat. Don't show me the cat. But she shows her cat. But it's just so funny. She showed me this cat and I have these cards. And the messages is already resonating with her, you know? So, like, again, these synchronicities occur. And then the thing is, like, I knew I had a gut feeling. I knew it in my bones that this deck was going to resonate with her. The person who I'm speaking to. And then it just so happens that she lifts up this cat, you know? And it's like, wow. But this is the twin flame journey, you know? So I will share these 3 cards that just jumped out. It's just inspirational messages. I usually don't do this on the twin flame. Your potential to succeed is infinite. Find your voice and shout it from the rooftops. I'm the author of my own life. Yeah, and then like when you're linked with this twin flame, this blue twin flame journey, you know, you are the author of your life, because you start realizing that what you decide to do, whether it's watching these videos, pulling cards, and they start leave a little sparkle wherever you go. And that's what I try to do. Y'all, for confirmation, excuse me. But you start realizing that we're in more control than what we think. And then once you realize this and you're able to control more than what you think you can, you start noticing these synchronicities, these gifts from the universe. And it makes you realize or know that you're not alone. You know, like, I can't be alone. Like, I try to look to you guys and build a community here, so that way you don't feel alone. And it's easy to feel alone. And that's why we scroll, because we're looking to relate. Maybe that's what it is. You're looking for something that you can resonate with, that you relate to, that gives hope, that someone understands how you feel. That someone else, you're not going through this alone. You're not the only one. And that's part of the reason why I'm on here doing what I do, to build a community that, like, yeah, build a community. Because at one point I did feel alone, until I start tapping into this energy and I'm realizing I'm not alone. You know, like, there's a whole spiritual team behind me, you know, that supports me. And it's just a matter of getting over the sense of alone, because you always have yourself. You always have me. So feel free to come back, okay? If you're led to, you know. But, like, I'm trying to build community with like-minded people here, okay? But I had to realize I'm not alone, and I can use these energies to find other people. And that's what I'm doing. I'm using my energy to build a community, to help other people that may feel alone or feel like, you know, the universe is talking to them. and, you know, like, how do I listen? You know, like, and that's because, like, your subconscious, well, going on this journey, you realize that your subconscious and your conscious, are, when they're aligned, you start noticing a lot of these miracles, a lot of these synchronicities, a lot of these coincidences. And sometimes it's hard to prove. Sometimes it's hard to believe. But I'm here to tell you, I believe you. Because a lot is going on with me too. So I'm sharing my experiences with you. So that way you can see that you're not alone. It's not just you. You're not crazy. Okay? What else? Where we at? 13 minutes. Who are we looking for? You know, and again, it's a sense of feeling alone and not wanting to be alone. And that's kind of who we're looking for as well. You know, sometimes it's not just a video. Sometimes we just wish we had someone who relates to us, or who we can share this journey with, you know. And that's another reason why I'm on here, is to share it with you all, because I feel like not everyone understands, you know, but there gotta be some people that understand, and this video will reach those people when it's time for them to. So I'm just, you know, really blessed and happy that I have the opportunity, the wisdom to put myself out there to find the tribe that I want to find. And not everyone's meant to go with you. I understand that. Not everyone's meant to be on your journey. But you do find some people who, you know, you can relate to. So, yeah. I think I'm going to wrap it up there. As soon as they hit the 15-minute mark, I'm going to try to push it to 20 minutes, but I don't... I'm going to try to leave it at around 15 because I want to make sure that this gets uploaded, okay? So yeah, episode 16, why we scroll, what we're looking for, who we're looking for. We're just looking for something to resonate with, you know. And scrolling used to be going to the bar or going out there and meeting people. Thanks to the internet, we're able to access more people than we were just physically or by ourselves. And we were still looking for that group, that, you know, that companionship. And sometimes that companionship is you. But when you're tapping into these energies and start realizing you extend further than just your body and then what you can even fathom. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, you know? So, yeah, I just want to come in here and see some of these purples, okay? The color purple ain't just for color girls. Want to have the great debate? Where's your love for those hidden figures that call you beloved? So yeah. All right, you guys. Let's take this opportunity to give thanks to E, all the above. You can feel A through D with whatever you want. You know, whether it's your higher self, whether it's Marvel. You know, I just saw Thunderbolts today. Great movie. But, you know, so let's just give thanks. Thank you. Also, all day long, we breathe unconsciously for ourselves. So let's just take a moment to breathe for someone who's not thinking of you. You know, just breathe for someone outside of ourselves, whether they're here physically or not. Just breathe for someone outside of ourselves. So we're going to inhale and exhale. All right. All right. And now it's time for So Long. But I'll sing just one more song. Thanks for doing your part. You sure are smart. You know, with me and you and my boy BluE. And you can do anything that you want to do. I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. And I will talk to you guys on another episode. Bye.